Oh, Africa, you know what it is, ladies and gentlemen. This is your most friendly show. This is your most talk show. If you haven't heard about it, now you know, I'm telling you. Quickly, before we begin, please go and subscribe and hit the like to the notification bell, basically. So, while we at it, we are coming to you live from the south side of Itegu, Idubane, Madota, Singungwe, Ulwandle, at the Blue Waters Hotel, where we're having a conference. We're talking everything about finances. I'm just going to introduce you to a list of guests that we're going to be interviewing at this beautiful conference, sponsored basically by Siwe, setting you up for success. As this is a group, and we've just had one of the most inquisitive and most interesting, life-changing conference, basically. So I'm gonna be taking you through as we go along with our interviewers ukuthi sikhulume nawo siweze ukuthi athini. Don't touch that dial. Sizobe sikhona njengama sokhuluma right away. Sizokhuluma no Mel, who's a life coach, umuntu obekuyena sicathulisa njengamanje. Let's go.
Making foolish choices with time and money. Isn't it amazing that somebody like Elon Musk and somebody like you and I, we've all got the same time in the day. And yet look at the difference in wealth. Being prideful and haughty. Do you know what haughty means? During times of prosperity. Do you know what haughty means? Where's my teacher? Do you know what haughty means, guys? All our clothes that we got were hand-me-downs from the older sisters and down. So my mindset growing up was that of a poverty mindset. We never had money. We never went on holidays. I mean, it was just horrible. And you know, you sort of compare yourselves to, you're going to school and you start comparing yourselves to other people and other children and other families, and yet you're sitting in the situation where both your parents are working, or you're in a divorced family situation and there's just never money. I mean, the first time I ever went to a movie, believe it or not, I'm actually 53 now, but believe it or not, the first time I ever went to a movie was probably a movie house. Ster-Kinekor was probably when I was about 20. What I decided to do is I took out a loan at the bank and I started studying part-time. So I was a single mom. That was my first degree that I did. I was a single mom studying part-time, working. It was stressful because I was also very young, and I wanted to go jawling too. I was 22 when I had my daughter, who's 27, 28 now this year. But I wanted to go jawling as well. All my friends were out jawling. So I had to make decisions in my life. I had to sacrifice. So, and as I was studying, I started noticing that my employer started noticing that I was studying, and I started getting promotions at work. But there's also a ceiling that you reach at work. There's a ceiling that you can go and you can't go anymore. And you know, and this is where you've got to trust your gut instinct and know that there's a season for everything. There's a time for everything. There's a time to stay and there's a time to go. And I knew my time had come where I needed to leave.
So everybody sitting next to me, it's a lady that has just led us or chair us into one of the most impactful and positive workshop about finances. So sitting next to me, her name is Mel. She is a coach and a financial planner. Mel, how are you doing?
I'm good, thank you, and thank you for having me on your show.
It's a pleasure. It's an honor for us.
Thank you.
I know that you are tired with just one of the most biggest conferences, or maybe one of the most life-changing that I've just conferences that I've also had. So here at Blue Waters Waters Hotel. So take me through. In 2024, you know, we have an issue based on many other things that we are facing as a country. One of them is the lack of unemployment. The lacks of job opportunities. In 2024, what can you say basically about to an individual that is looking up to starting the or picking the year basically?
Sorry, so just you've mentioned two things there, unemployment and 2024. So I think a takeaway for your viewers would be going into 2024 is they can either be part of a problem that we have, the high unemployment rates in South Africa, or they can be part of a solution and create their own entrepreneurship and create their own environment where they can be part of part of the solution.
Wow, beautiful. I know this might be limiting for me to say, or an overly statement, if I can put it like this. But I've seen one of your slides, one of your most like financial literacies. In your slide, your main focus is basically on the psychological perspective of the finances. So why do you feel the need for you to focus basically on the finances of literacy?
So the reason why I've been focusing specifically on the psychology of money and researching it and studying it is I just generally found that a lot of people that want to invest money or save money, they will start saving, or they know they've got to save, but they don't do it, or they will start saving and then they will cancel their savings and use it. So I was trying to just get to the bottom of what is the actual reason why they know they've got to do it, but they don't. I mean, we've got in South Africa, I think 1 out of 10 people can retire comfortably. We don't have a savings culture in South Africa. In actual fact, globally, we don't have a savings culture. So what I've started to understand is that our money story and our money scripts, our beliefs, have a huge impact on us, and they impact us from a young age, and they impact us from a generational point of view, because we are growing up with that money belief or that belief system, and our children are standing by and watching us, and this then passes from one generation to another generation. And a person cannot save money if they have a money disorder. And so I've done quite a lot of research. A lot of the research that I have done is American research. We are catching up in South Africa. And so I just generally was trying to understand the psychological impact of somebody's money story and their belief system in terms of money growing up, and what that impact has had on their savings and their attitudes towards money.
Wow, beautiful. Just mentioned one of the things. It doesn't begin only with us, but it's basically generation. That's what you are just saying. So, and like for instance, a person that have just why do you feel like people need proper financial planning since it's 2024?
I think people need they need proper financial planning and to be educated, because firstly, there isn't a lot of education that happens in the schooling system. That's to start with. Secondly, I do believe, and it's my opinion, that we are almost indoctrinated with an attitude of go to school, go to varsity, and go and work for somebody. And I think people need to be taught entrepreneurship, and people need to be taught that they are in control of their own finances, and they are in control, and they are the master of their finances. But I think the indoctrination has created an environment where people become slaves to money, and that needs to change. We haven't been designed in that way, and we've been designed in a way where we must be the master of our money, and we must take control of our own finances. We must not leave it up to anybody else. We ourselves are getting ourselves into a mess financially, but then we're expecting the rest of the world to get us out of that mess, and the world's designed like that. The banks are designed like that for us to go and take out loans and to get into the system and go and take out, go to loan sharks and go to debt busters. So I think you either need to take control and become a master of your money and tell your money where to go, or you're going to be sucked into the world system.
Definitely, for sure, because the system has sucked a lot of people. So now, to get, because we've just touched the basically on this topic that I wanted to touch on. Basically, is there anything, because it's a beginning of a year, right, and people are putting everything in plan based on their finances? Can you say that there's a bad debts, or there's just debts are just that, or good debts, or just debts in jail? They're just debts. Is there anything called a bad debt?
Yes, so we talk a lot about bad debt and good debts, and so a bad debt is typically what I would refer to as a liability on a car. And a good debt is a home loan. You know, you're buying an asset. So you've got to weigh them up, and there's variations of bad debt, as we saw today. A lady asked about if you've got an e-hail taxi or a taxi, is that bad debt? And so something like that is not bad debt, because she is generating a profit and running a business with that type of vehicle. But I think inherently people, before they even start understanding good debts and bad debts, I think people need to, this year, start getting back to the basics and start budgeting. It is an area that I see nobody does. People just, they earn a salary and they spend their salary. They live paycheck to paycheck. They literally do not know where their money goes. And as I also mentioned today, they don't have a vision for their money. And I showed them today who does have a vision for their money. And until they take control of their finances by just getting the basics right and drawing up a budget and following their budget and telling their money where to go, they are going to not have a vision for their money, and they're going to leave that vision up to every other what do you call them? I can't mention their names, but yeah,
they're out there.
Yeah, all the shops and all the brand names and all of those names. I won't mention names, but they've got visions for their money, most definitely.
Sure. Because, you know, if you're not taking care of your money and putting it into control, somebody is thinking about that the same money that you have for themselves. Yeah, this is one of your lessons that you had. I was listening.
I'm glad you're listening.
So, yeah, I mean, you've just touched base on I know we just touched base on gambling, which is one of the major things that I'm seeing that we are faced, most of us as people. Not only of us as people of color, but nationally, internationally, everywhere, men mostly. A cousin or maybe a person just has just gambled and won accidentally at Ituba or Super Bets, one score all, right? So, and then it gets this chunk of money. What could you say is one of the advice based on investing that type of money?
So you're saying that they've won the money?
Yeah, they've won. Yeah, from gambling or whatever. But I know people are gambling a lot these days. So people are coming across a lot of money that it's unplanned and unprepared for. So what can you say basically if a person just came across a chunk of money that he didn't even put to work? Because I know people misuse the type of money. Same as inheriting money. It's the same thing.
Yeah. No, you're quite right. So there's actually been research where people who inherit any amounts or huge amounts of money, typically you'll find that a few years down the line they have none of that money left. And I mean, there's even a program on TV, believe it or not, that they interview people I don't know if you've seen it, but yeah. So I've never had anybody come to me with winning lotto money, because what they do first is they go and spend it. So their learned behavior unfortunately controls that lotto money or that inheritance. And typically what you find is that whether they earn 10,000 Rand or inherit 10 million Rand, the same bad behavior they're applying to managing their 10,000 Rand, they're going to manage to that 10 million Rand.
So it's going to be because of their mentality, basically. So one last question, Mel, before we let you go. Now, Are there any other ways that you can look up to in the future based on in terms of investing? I heard that you touch base not only in the digital cryptocurrency. Is there any other way that people can just, as they're sitting at home watching this channel, other ways of investing that they can might look up into since it's 2024?
Okay, so I'll give you one piece of really, really good advice for your viewers in terms of investing. Invest in yourself. Go and invest in yourself. You are your biggest asset. You are the one that can generate an income. Go and study. Go and educate yourself. I've got a saying that I say, learn to earn more. And that is the only way you're going to create wealth. There's a difference between being rich and there's a difference between being wealthy. And if you want to be wealthy and if you want to be part of the solution in this country, go and educate yourself and go and study more. Go and study further. Take out a student loan. That's a good debt. And apply your skills and work part-time while you're studying. There's lots of part-time jobs. There's lots of jobs out there that you can do part-time. And invest in yourself. Start there.
Beautiful and well put. Thank you so much, Mel, for giving us your time. It's really an honor for us. I'm sure people might be looking forward in terms of more for your lessons. I've been inspired since I've came in here. Where can people actually reach you? Social?
So yes, I'm on social media under MVEST Finance, and it's MV for Victor, ESTFINANCE, MVEST Finance. I've got a website too. It's called MVEST Finance, and I'm on Facebook. But we post mainly on Instagram, and we are based in Durban. People can just look me up. My I always say my stage name is Mel Jacoby. They can just Google Mel Jacoby, and I'm also a certified financial planner. So I am on the Financial Planning Institute's website. I'm registered with them, so I adhere to a strict code of conduct. And that's where they can find me. They can just Google my name. They'll find me on the internet.
Thank you so much, beautiful well put. Thank you so much, Mel. It's an honor again. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. All right, ladies and gentlemen. You are still tuning to All Africa. Please make sure that you go and subscribe to our YouTube channel, or you follow us. Nje wenza yonke into mfethu ongayenza ukuze ukwazi ukuxhumana naso so that you can get my notification bells basically. So sitting next to me, it's a beautiful lady, Indonia Manzi. Unqobile ngithi? Nqobile. Hey, yabona ihleka ngabantwana futhi injalo nje. Nqobile. Kunjani mfethu?
Ngiyaphila njani?
We are good. We are rejuvenated. We are alive. We just had an amazing function basically. So when we were in la,
I was literally invited by a colleague, so is a friend of mine, Siwe, we're Siwe group, to also get an opportunity to get an information, to be informed about finances, because we are all struggling when it comes to finances. So this was a great opportunity for me to be invited, and because it's been very informative. Yeah.
Wow. So basically njengoba nje ulana uzothola ulwazi so that uzokwazi ukukhulisa like business angithi. If I'm not mistaken, you are one of the business owners basically, right? So tell us about your business and what lenzani.
My business, I specialize in draping, or we parts of the deco and event coordinating and all that. So I literally saw a gap when it comes to the function decorations, because most of them it will be either they're decorating the spaces like the tables and impahla and all that stuff, and then there is like a very limited kind of people who specialize in just the draping, yet it's got like a very big market, because when unomcimbi, especially like a tent or a hall and all that, the atmosphere enhances draping, and nokuthi uyenze kanjani, iyabukeka, yenza yonke into ihlale together. So that is what I specialize in. So most of the time I'm being subcontracted by abantu aba owner like deco companies. Abenza ama-functions, so they subcontract me ukuthi ngizokwenza i-deco, and I do ama-standalones as well, where I just provide my services wherever it's like needed. Yeah, but that is our specialties, and then we also do a little bit of the basic of it-deco. Like, I mean, if we would say there's a small function, then I can organize that, but my main focus is on it-wrapping.
Beautiful. I mean, it's really interesting to see abantu besifazane njengamanje channel themselves to the sector of creating their own businesses and starting out and putting in the work. Because most of the time, like back in the days, we besina leli gama lokuthi liyisici abantu besifazane ukuthi mele bamngele kuphela, you know what I'm saying to you. So how is it for women, especially for yourself, a woman of your color, endimeni la khona abantu abahlukahlukene abasebenzayo nabayizamelayo abayiphantelelayo?
I won't lie to you and say ukuthi it's been like a struggle, because even though I'm very passionate with the business that I'm in, but it's at the moment it's a startup for me. It's something that I'm growing. Okay, so when it comes to these kind of jobs, with deco, it's more of the kind of a job that you get like now and then. So it's not something that is unless when you actually like shift your focus and then put it on it. So far, I will just say it's been like an amazing journey. It's been an amazing experience. I'm learning every day. So hopefully it will grow into a big business where I will have to shift my whole focus into it.
Oh, it sounds really interesting if you are putting it like that. And for me, nabanye abantu abalalele ekhaya, they're really, really touched and moved. So where can basically people find your business? Nanokuthi maybe funa ama-service akho bangathola ngiphi?
Ngiyatholakala on social media platforms. So I do most of my advertising there on Facebook and TikTok and Instagram. On Facebook, it's Conquer Kazondela Mvubu. And then my business page is also linked underneath the Lukuzan. So TikTok, it's Conquer Mvubu. And Instagram, it's Conquer_Mvubu. Yes. So, yeah. And you can also contact me via WhatsApp. I don't know if I can give out my number.
If you prepared to send a message, nama calls at Tamba.
Yeah, okay, so business only, guys, so you can contact me on WhatsApp on 076-514-6433. Again, it's 076-514-6433.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. All the best. So as you had just heard from a beautiful lady, it is what it is. We are down at the Blue Waters Hotel. We are talking everything business and now everything about finances. Hope you are in tune. Make sure and you subscribe to our channel so that you can keep on growing. Thank you so much. Alright, bafethu injalo indaba. We are nje bafethu sisayibambe ngohlelo. We are here at the Blue Waters Hotel. We are still talking everything business and finances. Simenyo intokazi uSiwe, and le conference le isaqhubeka namanje saqhubeka sakhuluma nabantu abanegalelo nabenza umsebenzi omuhle emphakathini noma eSouth Africa yakhelene sakhele yona. Njengamanje mfethu ngime nensizwa ibhungu mfethu lithi lona liwusoma business. Mfethu kunjani?
Ngiyaphila bhuti omdala.
Hayi sikhona mfethu imini enhle mfethu kuhamba kanjani usuku eziqhubeka njengoba sikuyile conference esikuyona njengamanje?
Hayi yonke into ihamba kahle bhuti omdala, angikuboni ukube ngoba iconference ayifundisa izinto eziningi kubantu nakuthina osomabhizinisi sikhona sikucoshayo esifuna ukucathuza ngayo emqondweni yethu ngoba siyayibona ukuthi yakha. Yebo bhuti.
So as you've attended this our humble word, right?
Yeah, I am humble. ngihamba nonkosikazi.
Ngisho lokho ngoba phela ngimbonile mina babukeli na nimbonanga yabo. So you decide nje ukuthi early in the morning you want to pack nje mama, let's go and learn and educate ourselves. The best Mel, what's the best thing that you can do to yourself is to invest in yourself, right? So njengamanje nje you are here wanting to invest in yourself. Yini mhlawumbe ungazuthi uyithathile la kule event noma kule function esikuyona njengamanje?
Ngithathile kule function ye-event bafo ukuthi i-ego. Yebo leyo nto iyakha kakhulu ukuthi mawuhlangene nabantu abaningi, take a pride aside. Yeah, so that uzokwazi ukuthi ube successful in life. Yeah.
It's the most crucial thing, i-ego bafethu. Iyasibulala sonke. I think njengoba sikule situation esikuyona most of us, do you think mhlawumbe shawa yona?
Ayishawa yona kakhulu bhuti omdala. Ihamba nane-pressure phakathi. Ngoba unokubona omunye umuntu ena kakhulu kunawe uyitshela ukuthi uzomfica kanti awazi ama-circumstances adlule kuwona in life. Yeah.
Abantu ngisho ngithi esikhathini esiningi bayakuthanda ukuthi bakalane into esenzayo le esikhathini samanje. So tell us about your business. What does it do? What does it specialize in?
I-business lami mfethu self-employed, ngisebenza nge-fast food. Yeah. Yonke nje fast food ekhona ngisebenza
Gawula bafethu.
Ayigawula nje yami igawula. Yeah, ngiphusha yona nje mfethu elokushini lami to ukuthi nje mfethu need and wants community. Ngiyazi ukuthi ayikho into edlula i-fast food ke.
Awusinike eslow bathini ngesizulu to awusinike singaboni nawe wenza njalo.
Hayi mfethu ngenza sure futhi ukuthi mawuhambile ngifuna uphinde ubuye. Umsebenzi wami engikwenzayo ukuthi mfethu ngenze sure, angenzi sure ngezinye izinto mhlambe ngenza sure ukuthi ngikunikeza the best food, the best service. Yeah.
So what is the name of the company?
It's KwaZondi Tuck Shop. Yeah.
So,
fast food.
Sure. Yeah. So when are you qualified yini enza ukuthi ugcine decide ukuthi nje mhlambe mfethu uyihlalele lokushini eKasi yazini mina ngizovele ngivule nje ngingene in a food or a restaurant sector ngidayisa ukudla mina.
Yeah. Bengisebenza ngaphambilini mfethu ema-restaurant amaningi ngicathi ngisebenze first restaurant engisebenze kuyona bise Durban North Broadway. Yeah, iLupha ngase ngasebenza eMhlanga iRocco Mamas. Yeah, nje first nase eVovotel. Yeah, ngisebenzile kakhulu ema-restaurant mfethu.
Ugcine udecide nje ukuthi yazini qala into yami yini yenza ukuthi uvele uthi yazini hayi nge-outer ke manje.
Lockdown. Lockdown.
Ishaye so.
Lockdown ishaye sonke mfethu i-lockdown ingenza ukuthi ngibe beyond impilo ngoba bethi beyifika nabomthetho beboniwe indilivuliwe ngibatshela ukuthi bafethu I'm facing some poverty bethi manje mfethu sowenza njani ngabona ukuthi kunokuthi mfethu ngoba phela i-lockdown isenze safarisha sonke bengavulwe ndawo yabo kodwa mina bengenza sure ukuthi lokho okuncane okuthola umphakathi ngibanike kona. Yeah.
Hayi amabhizinisi amaningi kavukile nge-lockdown because sike saba nenkinga mfethu. Not only inkinga even namanje saqhubeka sivula amabhizinisi amanye. Asithi lockdown yona senze savula amabhizinisi but our financial or our economical situation njengamanje they call for us ukuthi siqala wethu amabhizinisi. What has been your major issue basically as you are an upcoming business owner? Nje mfethu ubhekana nazo.
Inkinga mfethu engibhekana nazo mfethu ebusinessini mfethu ziningi kakhulu eziningi
mfethu. Just ukuthi uneme nje yodwa and also ucabanga ukuthi mhlawumbe isisombululo sayo for a purpose ukuthi i-audience ikwazi ukunderstand ukuthi uma uqala ibusiness akusi utshwala.
Intelula akusiyona ngempela intelula uma uqala ibusiness.
Insango.
Akusiyona futhi insango bhuti omdala ngoba manje kunokufika umuntu ethi the customer is always right, the while bad.
Siyicazulula kanjani inkinga kanjalo ke?
Kanjalo mfethu ukuthi mfethu mose businessini kufanele ube politely ngoba wonke umuntu osuke efike kuwena uze kuwena vese wena ukumtreata nje lo 2 minutes anyana emva kalokho mase seqedile usukhohliwe ukuthi uke wafika.
I know it makes sense. I hope niyezwa bafethu mina ngizwile. Bafo sikuthola ke nendawo on social media because I think it's important social media wakho reflect to abantu so that abantu bazokwazi ukuaccessa kalula ukuze bakwazi ukuthenga ukudla kwakho.
Ku Instagram nguma cornflakes ku Facebook ngumfana futhi marketing.
Mfowethu siyabonga kakhulu mfana, all the best my brother. Sure. Injalo ke indaba bafethu siyaqhubeka sizolokho sibabeka nje one by one. Umuntu oqeda ukusukuma njengamanje umfana futhi mfethu insizwa kaMakhathini eyibekelela igalelo mfethu ukuthi iqale ya umsebenzi iphante ngoba umsebenzi yona sifunayo. Mfethu yabona ke ngiphethe, they always saying ukuthi the future of South Africa lies on young people, and sitting next to me is one of the most young and interesting individuals abakhona njengamanje. Ngiyamangala nami ukuthi i-conference kanje of its caliber i-attendwa abantu abancane kanje. It means our future really is bright. Mkarab, ugrand?
Yeah, ngigrand.
Ugrand uzizwa usharp, awunalutho, awubhorekile, awufuna ukulala.
Engizizwa ngishapi ukuthi phela nginakho phela ukukhalela phela ukuyephisha nanti vele lana.
Ucabanga uyoshaya itatama?
Engiyahalela mfana.
So awusho ntwana yami ubekwa yini la?
Lana ngibeke ukuthi kade ngizele ukuzosebenza futhi ngifunde about izinto about ama business zonke lezo zinto. Ngifunda izinto ezinkulu kunami. Ngisho ngimncane kodwa still izinto zizoyenzeka.
Awuboni mhlawumbe ukuthi wena engathi ufuna ukukhula ngamandla, because one must say mhlawumbe you are jumping the uthango, because wena njengamanje in perspective yomuntu onormal nje ucabanga ukuthi mhlawumbe wena uyidlalela PlayStation yakho manje or ku TikTok, but where you spending your time uze la kule conference uzofunda ngezama business.
Yeah, ngizofunda ukufunda ngalokho ngezinto eziningi futhi engifuna ukuyifunda. Kodwa nabantu abalapho nezingane ezilapho nani ningayinyusa amasokisi nenze ibusiness lenu kuningi kungawenzakalala. Asizona phela izingane kuphela, singokunye okukhulu.
So yini wena ufuna ukuthi ufuna ukuqalela ke business?
Ngiyafuna uliqala noma ngiqedelele lama.
Oh okay, ule development business?
Benobaba. Business labo Siwe group.
Oh okay, all right. So wena yini ekwenza ukuthi ube interested ukuthi uqale business noma ujoin business labazali?
Kuze
uthandayo ngebusiness?
Ngebusiness iziningi yazi izinto engithandayo ngingasho kuliyodwa. Ufunda mawuyi business ufunda ezinye izinto ezintsha ubungazazi. Manje ke ngcono makufunde like business with like uyisikole kodwa into yakho futhi yena akumele ukuthi uphosa abantu nabo bazovele bekwenzise into ngamele ukuthi uyenze. Manje ke nami ke ngifuna uqedelela umsebenzi wami. Mhlawumbe nje mayisengekho emhlabeni ngivele ngiqedeleleke noma usisi wami uqedelele ngimlekelele yonke indawo la ayakhona.
Ayintwana usuyisikela ifa ntwana already usuyazi ukuthi mebhoda nje uyangena. Wayithanda inyuka?
Inyuka hayi kakhulu ngoba inyuka ayithengi ifamily ayithengi leyo nto, so abantu batheni inyuka ithenga yonke into cha ayithengi yonke into.
Ya wena usho ukuthi nje iLamborghini, iGucci awufuna kuba mnandi wena?
Ngiyafuna impela kodwa imali ngaxabanisa abantu ngokukhulu futhi.
Hayi mina ngiyasaba bafethu. This is a lot from I've always say I was like this when I was young. I've always wanted to ukuthi abantu abasha ba explore, not only bangena ku TikTok but sibe explosive nje, singene emkhakheni sisabalala sisebancane sibangaka. Into uma kuthiwa igotshisa imali kusuke kukhulunywa ngento kanje. Young people ungaba motivate ubathina abantu abasha basekhaya who want to start things but abakwazi ukuqala because bane fear ukuthi basebancane.
Ayikho fear ngoba umuntu omdala kusafana nanokuthi ingane. Ngoba senziwe ngokufana, so umuntu ofanayo igazi sinalo, inhliziyo sinayo, ingqondo sinayo, siyafana sonke. Hayi ukuthi phela sewukuthi yena sebanentshebe ukuthi sebabadala. Siyafana sonke, ayikho into ehlukile. Ukuthi iminyaka yabo imkhulu kunathi kumele siba futhi angisho phela ukuthi yena ungaba respect abantu abadala, kumele uba respect. Nakhona nje balalela indlebe vele ezokulalela. So yonke indawo la oya khona umuntu mayikhuluma nawe, umuntu ongamazi ungamlaleli baleka.
It makes sense. Abantu makuthola ke ipito nami.
Mina
Yeah, social media khona. Sabalela noma kwenzakalani.
yonke indawo ku social media wamasiwe group TikTok. Ziningi yazi
Wena athina ama handles akho.
handles zami.
Ama social handles bangakuthola ke nendawo. Ngifuna ukubheka njengamanje on TikTok ngizoya ke nendawo.
Uzosearcha Siwe group.
Ngizokuthola lapho.
Uzongithola khona.
Dona all the best. Ngiyazi ukuthi ikole seyivuliwe. Kona konke okufunayo nokufisayo uNkulunkulu ngathi akukhanyisela.
Ngiyabonga. Vele hayi ukuthi phela uzokhanyisela mina. Yonke into iyenzeka nabanye futhi abalapha abahleli emakhaya. Yonke into izophumelela. Ngisho sila sonke kade sizofunda. Sifunda ngama technology. Sifunda nge-social science, kuningi futhi, kuningi nje, kuningi. So yonke into ke ufuna kuyenza ke ingenzele. Ukuthi kumele ubelieve in yourself.
Thank you so much. Words of wisdom. Yonke into possible kumele ukholele kuwena kuqala and uthune ingqondo yakho. Ukuthi umdala akusho ukuthi you are matured. Ukuthi umncane akusho ukuthi umncane ngempela ngoba umncane. It means anything is possible in this world. Thank you so much. Show me bro. Obekrende. Lady that's sitting next to me is one of the most interesting ladies. Ufuna ama questions nje awuthu kuphela noma eyodwa. Quiz lokusa.
I'm very simple. I'm simple like that.
Ngiyakubona mfethu umuntu basic. Awuyifuni into ezixaxa kezoxaxa. How are you?
I'm good, thanks.
Then we're done with that. So tell us why you're here and did you really achieve what you wanted to achieve basically by attending this event?
Well, basically, I did because it's not my first time attending in Deno, Melanie, and Siwe. I met her in Mhlanga not so long ago, and it was very inspirational. Uguti, how to handle money, especially when it comes to ourselves. Uguti, who's the biggest spender? So yeah, it was very informative, and I'm taking a lot. I'm gonna lose a lot that I learned today. Yeah.
Thank you so much for that. Where can people find you basically?
On the socials,
Yeah.
Question.
Aibo, ukhona usabalele wena.
Aibo. I am uKwezlogu Safuze Kwezlogu Sangcobo throughout the socials. Yeah.
So all the best.
Thank you. All the best to you too.
Thank you so much. We're trying. Sabonga kakhulu bafethu. Njengamanje kunebhungu lensizwa ozongena. Insizwa lena enamagalelo eseyintsha. Safuna ukuqala, safuna ukusukuma, isafuna ukuzenzela igama layo. Ibifunda matric, angazi ubufunda kephi? Ubufunda nini matric?
Bengofunda 2023 eBexis.
Igama nasibonga?
Sithole Mthokozisi.
Mthokozisi. Awaqonda kanje mfethu sithini?
Bewukuthi nje kumele ngiyiqoke nje isuit yami nje owanamuhla ngithengele oledi manje angazi nami ukuthi bengayiqoka kodwa ngoba manje ade sekufike le conference le yemali yabo ngase ngithathe ngiyiqoke yabo ngishaye nje ngibona ukuthi kwenzakalana na sekwenzakala manje
ay uphethe kabi udedelele nejuwali udedelela nekefisi yabona nje kusayidaganyana kusaformalile kancane mfethu. I've got to say congratulations for reaching the milestone of finishing matric basically.
Okay, thank you.
So wena ula njengoba ukhona nje la what were you yini ubufuna uachieve namhlanje by attending the event kaSiwe noMel?
I was struggling on how to manage my money, but today I learned that how to manage the money. I learned about ego, but I don't know more about ego, but now I'm going to push harder and know about ego.
So yini wena ufuna ukuthi uyenze noma what do you want to really start or begin with having to attend the event? Yini ufuna ukuthi uyenze kahle hle?
What I'm going to do is to encourage people on how to manage their money, because I don't like para. People see, I don't want to see people live at under bridge, I see. I like people to see them success all. I don't like the youth become the failure at this time, because at the time it is the time to change the situation for our families and our country. And as you see, our country is got a lot. It's got a lot. And
Uningi.
what I'm going to say to people, I'm going to say that leaders don't follow what trending, but leaders follow. But leaders deal with the transformation, then they keep dedicated with the transformation, and they keep doing it until they see the change.
Bro, thank you so much. Where abantu bangakuthola ke ku social media?
Ku TikTok, go Fright RSA, go Facebook, go Solomsozisi, Shasha.
Mfethu, all the best. Kona yonke into ofuna ukuyi-achieve mfethu nofuna ukuyiqala engathi ngakhanya kusaqala unyaka nje mfethu.
Thank you, my man.
We've interviewed a lot of people and we are still keeping on going. Interview abanye abantu who are really in the business sector and people of interest basically. So we are still at the Siwe conference. We are talking everything finances. Sitting next to me, Uput Ulanga. Mfowethu kunjani?
Ngiphilile but hamba kanjani?
I know kuhle kumnandi kakhulu shawo ibreeze seThekwini iNC igcwele all over.
No, of course.
Sicela usitshela abalaleli ukuthi igama ubani and ubhuti wenzani.
Okay, yela megama Ulanga wakayenge Sibongo. I'm from a company called Bongabanzi Consulting. Senze umsebenzi wemarketing, branding, business development and anything related to entrepreneurship ithina labo. Sitholakala on various platforms mawufuna usilandela but ke lokho sofika kona ekugcineni.
One of the things that has people really had the purpose ukuthi ba-attend le event abasekuyona or i-function esekuyona njengamanje. They wanted to come out different. They wanted to come out as people in the business sector abacabanga ngendlela ehlukahlukene. So what did you want to achieve basically when usuka la usuka khona enkampanini yakho uthi ufuna ukuzo-attend le event esekuyona?
Yeah, isiZulu suke singaqamba ngama besithi umuntu ufunda aze afe. Ngenxa yokuthi ulwazi uluthola ngendlela eziningi. Learning doesn't only end when you leave school. Learning is every day. Learning, life itself is a school. Ingakho uzobantu kuthiwa graduated from the school of life, yabo. Based on the fact that as you go, are you going to be absorbing or are you just going to be lent? Okay, are you just only going to be a spectator in the whole scheme of things? So we wanted to learn, we wanted to understand better finances. Maske sayisebenza ke how do you manage it? Uyakhuluma even about the kids that we are raising. Ingane mazizokhula zi-exposed to imali, ezinye zazo zingekho exposed to imali. Izinto lezo kufanele usheshe uzazi futhi uyi-understand ukuthi uzoyimanage kanjani as njengoba sikhula nje sikhulisa imindeni, sikhulisa our young ones as well.
Abanye abantu bacabanga ukuthi it's generational curses. But really, I always said that if you put in the work, you could be the first generations to start anything else. To break those curses because when I'm superstitious. So, ngayisho mhlambe kumuntu oqalayo from ground zero with nothing. Ucabanga ukuthi ufuna ukuyeka njengamanje uqala ibhizinisi ukhathele na because this thing is inkulu kakhulu yamsinda.
When it comes to business, starting is the biggest hurdle. lokho kusuke kushiwo ngenxa ukuthi usuku already overcome a lot of negativity that you have already conditioned yourself mentally. So nginga-challenge mina ukuthi start and have faith in yourself, have faith in your abilities, have an understanding yokuthi as you go ila uzoqala khona ube ne-understanding, because as let's say we introduce a business, the idea of business asilifundanga kakhulu, so kwamukele lokho, ukwamukele ukuthi kuningi ongakwazi about business. The sooner you accept that is the sooner you're going to start then channeling your time towards learning, and as we've just done today, which was learning about finances. So ngi-challenge umuntu obukayo ukuthi qala and the rest bese ke kuba ukuthi adopt ama-habits okuyiwona azokuyisa phambili nakuwona azokuthuthukisa as well.
I hope you are listening wherever you are. I hope nilalele njengamanje. Pulang, where can people find you?
So sikhona available on social media. On Facebook it is Bongabanzi Consulting. On Instagram it is bongabanzi_consult, and the website ungasithola kuyona is www.bongabanziconsulting.co.za. We've got conferences coming up. One of them is happening on the 2nd of March, another one is happening on the 28th of March. So kuningi abantu abangakusizakala kona ekuthenini ba understand kangcono about business and sehlise nale anxiety nokuyingabaza okhona which comes with ukuqala ibhizinisi, especially mangabe sabantu abambisholo.
Thank you so much, all the best, my brother. Hopefully in one of the conferences, because it's khona nesibhoke nenza yonke into nje sizofika thina mfethu. Thank you so much, all the best. Sure bafethu, njengamanje sizosuka straight sekumuntu oyena umnikazi we-event, sikhulume naye asithatha sibeke ukuthi indaba sila sizokwenza njengoba sikhona nje. Keep in tune bafethu. Lo muntu kade simfuna sesize samthola, hayi angazi umuntu obhizi kanje mina mfethu, but bonke ke abantu abanama events nama functions bahleli bebhizi. Standing next to me Sinosisi la, who was the director of this program that we've just had, and sisixekile sithamelile bekumnandi kakhulu sisiwe kunjani?
Ngiyaphila njani?
I'm good, I'm lovely, man. We are at the Blue Waters. I-ocean yashaya yonke into, breeze yashaya, ilona function ibimnandi kakhulu. We have studied everything about finances. Take us through, what was your main purpose basically about you studying this function?
Okay, so the main purpose is what's around the month of love. We must love each other, we must love ourselves enough to invest in ourselves. And umungana imali ngeke ukwazi ukuthi invest. So I thought yiyona into engasisiza leyo, just to for us to grow, and imani subjects engafundiswa esikoleni, and really just to impart something ey'nganeni mayelana nemali. Nathi siyosomabhizinisi, uyayibona leyo nto leyo, siyabona indaba yosomabhizinisi iyakhula kancane kancane. Out of 10 people, 3 have businesses. So nje, yeah, that was the aim, ukuthi sibe money, financial literacy. Yes,
sibe financial savvy, because really one must say it does it also only apply kuma phanda noma ma hustlers or business people phela ukuthi sibe saving ngemali.
Not at all. That's why umuzobuka lana there were a lot of young people. Abanye basema university, abanye they just finished matric last year. So it is important for everyone from imasi ifundi to from 7 years. You should know about money. So yes.
So did you achieve what you wanted to achieve basically about this today's event?
So mangithi ngibuka isikhathi manje kuyoshaya u25 to 2. So i-event iphele ngo-12. So I'm just seeing abantu basahleli sisaxoxa. So I would say I did achieve even nama conversations. Ngiyabona abantu bathi ngiyobhala, ngiyoqala phansi, ngiyokhipha. So I would say it did achieve. Obviously imphumelo sizoyibona kahle in the long run. Abantu sebefaka yonke lento le ebekumele ukuthi abayifundile.
Ayinganti kunini ngizamubonisa lolu thando lwamusha.